Welcome back to America's Retirement Headquarters, the home of the Retirement Guys formula and America's Medicare Associates with Nolan Baker. 419-794-3030 is the phone number. You can also set up a time to find out more about the team at arhq.com. If you've got a pension for retirement, consider yourself fortunate because they are rare these days. I think the number is about 10% of all current employees have them. But pensions come with their own set of worries. So what if your pension is bought out or it fails? Well, if you work for the federal or a state government, you probably don't have those concerns, but then you hear this. The states of Michigan and Wisconsin are now investing in crypto, specifically in Bitcoin for their pension program. Nolan, I know this is a conversation you guys have when you do a pension analysis. Is this the kind of thing that steers you towards recommending something like taking a lump sum and managing the money on your own?
You know, it's not always the best option to take the lump sum. I know a lot of people look at that, and a lot of people ask, and they worry about, well, what if my company goes out of business? There are some protections in place. You have the Pension Benefit Guaranty Corporation, provides some protection for a lot of the pensions that are out there. I think it's a matter of, familiarizing yourself with what your protection is of your pension as well. It is one of those things that it is an irrevocable decision. So it's one of those decisions that you want to get it right the first time. What oftentimes you see is the amount of monthly income that a family can get is usually higher if they take the monthly payout option. So when you're looking at a payout option, you will normally have one of probably 3 to 5 choices. So one option is you could take what is called a single life only option. That single life only option means they're going to pay the highest amount of income, typically for the retiree's entire lifetime. So that option can be really good if both spouses are protected from their own pensions and or their primary goal is the highest level of income. If protecting the surviving spouse is important, then what you could do is you could look at a survivorship option. So, a lot of pensions will allow you to select where you can have 50, 75, or 100% of the pension protecting both the husband and wife for the rest of their lifetime. And that's nice because that's going to be what I would refer to as mailbox money. So you're going to get traditionally a pretty high income that's going to be paid out for the rest of your lifetime. And if I, ask a lot of our clients, I would say, an overwhelming majority of our clients are probably more concerned about protecting their lifetime income. And so that's where these payout options can become good choices. The third choice is you can have either some type of survivorship or what is called a period certain. So you could have a straight life annuity option for a period certain of 20 years, as an example. And what that means is that annuity would pay an income to that retiree for their entire lifetime. And if that retiree passed away within the 20-year time frame, whoever they named as their beneficiary would continue to receive those remaining payments. So 15 years later, they pass away. That's another 5 years worth of payments to somebody else. On the flip end of the scale, the lump sum can be a great choice for those people who have been good savers and they have other assets, but they have a desire to have more control over their money. So I had met with a gentleman last week. Him and his wife had come into the office, and they, have aggressively saved over the years into their 401k and outside investments. And because of that, they have built up a pretty good nest egg that put them in a situation that they didn't need to take the highest level of income, meaning they didn't need to take the monthly pension option. Instead, what they could do is they could take that lump sum of money and transfer that lump sum of money over into their self-directed IRA. And within the self-directed IRA, they can then control what the investment choices are. Really, the sky's the limits on kind of what their different investment choices are. And then deciding how they want to take the money out. Usually they have the flexibility to decide when they want to take withdrawals. They could set it up to send the money on a monthly basis or take money out, as needed or through required minimum distributions in the future. And then if there's any money that's left over, so if mom and dad don't spend it, whatever balance is left over, then ultimately would go on to the next beneficiary, in this case, their children. So that, lump sum can be a great option, again, for somebody who's been a good saver, somebody who has a desire to have more control of the money. But I caution you, if you're not in that situation of being a good saver, before you take that lump sum, you really want to look at having a realistic expectation of what that lump sum is going to provide for you in retirement time compared to what the company offer is. And if your income is the primary goal, sometimes taking that monthly payout could be a good choice. But if you are like what Chris said, one of the few select, maybe 10% of people that still have the option to selecting a pension, it is one of those irrevocable decisions. You want to get it right the first time. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to, just spend 30 minutes having a conversation about it, this is something that we absolutely can help run a pension maximization scenario for you and figure out, what could be your best approach on what to do with your pension.
Just like with so many other aspects when it comes to retirement, Social Security, Medicare, how to turn retirement accounts into retirement plans, the luxury of a pension and how to utilize that best for you is something that should be weighed carefully. And the good news is you don't have to do it alone. That pension analysis is something that the team at America's Retirement Headquarters can help you with and hopefully help you make a most educated, informed decision as it pertains to your retirement. All you need to do to get started, begin that process, reach out, 419-794-3030. That's 419-794-3030. You can set up a time as well on the website, and that's arhq.com.